It was so scary. I heard shots, broken glass, bodies.
Gosh,
How? Why?
5 people are dead and others are hurt after police say someone walked into an LGBTQ nightclub and immediately opened fire before other clubgoers intervened and stopped the suspect. Let's get into it. Hey y'all, it's True Crime Queen. I make videos about celebrities, real people, controversial cases, and more. Please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe because it really helps out the channel. According to Colorado Springs Police Chief Adrian Vasquez, the suspect in the shooting is 22-year-old Anderson Lee Aldrich. According to Anderson's attorneys, Anderson is non-binary and uses they/them pronouns. So throughout this video, I'm going to refer to Anderson as they/them or the suspect. AP News reports that on Tuesday, December 6th, prosecutors charged Anderson with 305 criminal counts, including first-degree murder, biased motivated crimes, assault, and attempted murder. Investigators say the tragic events unfolded on Saturday, November 19th, 2022 in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Fox 5 DC reports that the 5 victims who lost their lives were 22-year-old Raymond Green Vance, a Colorado Springs native who was saving money to get his own apartment, 35-year-old Ashley Poff, a mother who helped find homes for foster children, 28-year-old Daniel Aston, who worked at the club as a bartender and entertainer, 40-year-old Kelly Loving, whose sister described her as caring and sweet, and 38-year-old Derek Rump, another bartender known for his witty personality. Now, according to law enforcement officials, the suspect used an AR-15 style semi-automatic weapon. They also found another handgun and more ammunition magazines. In a brief video appearance from jail, Anderson could be seen with injuries which you could see on their face and head. AP News reports that the suspect was beaten into submission by patrons of the nightclub during the shooting, which required him to be sent to the hospital. So the tragic events unfolded at the popular Club Q nightclub in Colorado Springs, Colorado, near North Academy Boulevard and North Carefree Circle. Authorities were called to Club Q at 11:57 p.m. on November 19th on a report of a shooting. Clubgoer Joshua Thurman was inside the club dancing when he says he heard gunshots ring out in the nightclub.
Laying there on the floor, hearing everything, a third round of multiple shots, people yelling, crying. I even heard the people that subdued the assailant. I'm glad that the people stopped him because even though we were in a locked room, there was nothing stopping that man from coming in there to kill us.
According to CNBC, the shooting only lasted a couple minutes because the clubgoers were able to subdue the suspect. Ricardo Fierro, an Army veteran who was celebrating a birthday at the club with family and friends, told CNN that he tackled Anderson to the ground and used the suspect's own handgun to hit them repeatedly.
I grabbed him by the back of his little cheap armor thing and I pulled him down. I just kept wailing on him. And I told the kid in front of me, kick him in his head, keep kicking him in his head. One of the performers walked by or was running by and I told her, kick this guy. And she took her high heel and stuffed it in his face. I gotta kill this guy. He's gonna kill my kid. He's gonna kill my wife. He ended up killing my daughter's boyfriend.
Shortly after, Anderson was taken into custody and hospitalized. So while authorities work to nail down a motive for the shooting, new information is now coming to light about the suspect. Anderson was born on May 20th, 2000 to Laura Vopel and Aaron Brink in California, according to Orange County court records. The following year, Brink filed for divorce and Vopel was given full custody of their child, with no visitation rights given to Aaron Brink. So fast forward to 2016, Anderson successfully petitioned a Texas court to change their name from Nicholas Franklin Brink to Anderson Aldrich. According to the Associated Press, a petition for the name change said Anderson wanted to protect their future from, quote, any connections to birth father and his criminal history. Father has had no contact with minor for several years. CNN reports that Anderson was raised primarily by their grandmother. Anderson ended up under her supervision when their mother struggled with a string of arrests and related mental health evaluations, according to court records. Laura Vopel, Anderson's mother, is facing 2 charges, disorderly conduct and resisting arrest, according to a citation obtained by KKTV. Colorado Public Radio News reports that she was arrested for making, quote, unreasonable noise near a private residence at around 3:30 a.m. on November 20th, which was just hours after the shooting at Club Q. Laura Vopel called police in 2021 and reported that Anderson threatened her with a homemade explosive device and other weapons, according to Fox 5 DC. Ring doorbell video, which you can see here, shows Anderson arriving at their mother's front door with a big black bag on the day of the threat, telling her police were nearby and adding, "This is where I stand. Today, I die."
Today I die.
It resulted in a standoff that the then 21-year-old live streamed on Facebook, showing Anderson in body armor and a helmet inside the mother's home and threatening officers outside, according to AP News.
This is your boy. I've got the outside. Got the rifles out. If they breach, I'm gonna blow it to holy hell. So, go ahead and come on in, boys. Let's see it!
In the last Ring video from the incident, Anderson was seen leaving the house about 3 hours later with their hands in the air. The report from the sheriff's office said Anderson was arrested without issue. Charges in the incident, however, were later dismissed. It happened at the home of Leslie Bauman, who was renting a home to Anderson's mother. Bauman said she actually finds it hard to believe that Anderson identifies as non-binary, saying, quote, "I have only ever known him as a he, him. Laura only ever referred to him that way as my son. There was never anything other than he, him pronouns and referring to him in the masculine." CNN reports that Anderson's father, Aaron Brink, was an adult film entertainer who spent time in federal prison for illegally importing marijuana, according to court documents and interviews. CBS 8 spoke with Brink 2 days after the shooting.
He's accused of going on a mass shooting at a gay bar and killing 5 people.
Colorado.
Okay, well, that's what he's accused of doing now. He's not gay. No, I can say that, but he's not gay.
What do you say to the families of the 5 victims?
Sorry. I'm so sorry, guys, for your loss. I'm so sorry for any loss like this.
Referring to the Club Q tragedy, Colorado Governor Jared Polis, the first openly gay elected governor in the U.S., said, quote, "This is horrific, sickening, and devastating. We are eternally grateful for the brave individuals who blocked the gunman, likely saving lives in the process, and for the first responders who responded swiftly to this horrific shooting. Colorado stands with our LGBTQ community and everyone impacted by this tragedy." The Club Q shooting also brought back traumatic memories for family members of the victims and survivors of the 2016 Pulse nightclub shooting in Orlando, Florida. During that attack, a shooter opened fire at the venue, killing 49 people and injuring more than 50 others in the second deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. LGBTQ civil rights advocate Brandon Wolf is the first survivor from Pulse to testify before Congress.
I know that there are people whose lives were saved because of those brave people who stepped up and took on the shooter in Colorado. They are heroes and they deserve to be celebrated for their heroic actions.
This was such a wild and very devastating case. Obviously, there was a lot that I had to leave out because I didn't want to veer too far away from the focus of this case. If you're interested in more information that I found out about the suspect's background or his parents' past, I have more information in the description box below. Please keep all the victims and survivors of this tragedy in your thoughts and prayers. Love y'all and be safe out there.